Hi, I'm Jeremy Insko. Thanks for joining me as I begin this web series on teaching, learning, and constructivism in education. I wanted to create this web series as a way of thinking about teaching and my practice, and I hope that you join me. Constructivism is an inherently social process, so please do make it social. Join me. Add comments below. Ask questions on Twitter, Facebook, or join the community of reflective practice vloggers on Google+. The first topic I'd like to dive into a little bit is that of creating an authentic audience for students. Presumably, if students are creating, constructing, producing, they're doing so with the audience of the teacher in mind. Perhaps for them doing this for themselves as well, but that doesn't necessarily lead to a great deal of engagement and motivation. However, if students are producing for an authentic audience, a greater audience, they may or may not be the same thing, then engagement and motivation are likely to increase. However, there are still a few problems with this, and in discussion recently in my staff room, we came up with four, at least that I identified. The first one is student safety. It tends to be an under-discussed aspect of 21st century learning and production and posting things online. However, it's something that's very important to discuss. So in any solution that we're happy with our school at least, is having options to at least be a moderator, at least, of their work. The second issue is one of maintaining students as being the ones doing the work, doing the production, and being the focus. We always talk about student-centered learning, so let's maintain that. If the process to creating an authentic audience is one that involves these students producing their general material that they do anyways, and then the teacher doing a whole bunch of work to post it online or in some fashion, then it's not as valuable, I believe, at least, as having students do the work to produce it and be involved in the entire process, not just the one process, but the entire aspect of production for whatever audience we're looking for. The third issue is very much related to the second, and that this can't be a teacher process. Teachers tend to be overworked as they are, and I'm not complaining. I don't mind being very involved in learning and going above and beyond. However, if we're just making more work for teachers, then it's not any more thinking and learning and motivational for students. So solutions have to be student-centered. In our school, at least, we've tried a number of Web 2.0 applications in order to present and produce student learning, but we find them often unreliable. And so as we move forward looking for better options, chances are Web 2.0 isn't going to be a huge aspect, and by Web 2.0 I'm referring to applets and gizmos and other things that tend to be web-based on themselves and somewhat proprietary. The solution that comes to my mind is using blogs. Now there's a variety of ways to do this. If we're producing material offline, such as PowerPoints or some other projects, or demonstrations of learning that can then be uploaded in digital form, be them video, text, again, PowerPoints if we have to, then reliability is increased because the work is done locally, not based on net access. Reading a recent post by Will Chamberlain, he discussed the idea of student blogging and thought that perhaps it isn't as transformative as we'd like it to be. And his issues centered around giving students the choice to opt out. If we want them to opt in, it needs to be something that they choose to do. If they don't have the choice to opt out, well then are they really opting in, and is it really as transformative, or is it just something they're doing for the teacher and not for themselves? Now, I completely agree with that. One part that I think about, though, when I think about having the option to opt in, is having students not have the option to opt out yet. Give them lots of experience, and rich and varied experience. And it doesn't have to be blogging in a text form. It could be so many other forms where the blog can be a way of hosting the material in whatever form as a website of such, rather than the more traditional as blogs can be, type of text-based interaction. I'm quite curious on hearing your responses and your thoughts. Please join the conversation in the comments below on Twitter, Google+, Facebook. Find me, I'm easy to find, and I look forward to carrying on the conversation.